welcome to Tarmac. Today we're taking a look at a British brand icon, Aston Martin and the Vantage Coupe. Come and take a look around on this one. In the 1950s, Vantage signified a model upgrade, like a specialised model for any of the nameplates. It wasn't until 1972 when Vantage became its own nameplate in its own right. And what a nameplate it's been. It's been basically part of their racing DNA since it began. And now its latest model, it encompasses the whole DNA of racing in one car. Let's take a look around. Overall, the car is more predatory than it's ever been, but it's also very, very pure in form. Up front, the front splitter serves obviously to increase heaps of downforce down the front, but also serves to cool down the brakes, which when you start going, you're going to need. The headlights here, LED, very, very squint and very bright actually. Lovely looking design, and also the unmistakable grille that comes with Aston Martin. Well, you'd expect to see that all the time. Looking down the side, so massive 20-inch feet with ultra thin P0s on them. Look at the size of these calipers, and Aston Martin branded, just lovely. Vented discs, the whole thing. Aerodynamics, which is the form of what this car's all about, all comes through. Aerodynamics all the way out here that brings wind all down the side here. If you look at the flow, the shoulder line runs seamlessly from front to back, and look at those rear arches, staunch, ready to go, but just such a beautiful flow to the whole car. Around the rear, downforce is provided by the spoiler here, and also the rear diffuser kicking, well, basically adding much more downforce than it's ever been before. This car squats down very, very well, and boy does it handle well. 50-50 weight distribution, well, near enough, and the engine sits further inside the front arches, so you're basically the front axle, so you're basically getting a really, really tiny or tight cockpit that is ready to race. On the subject of engine, let's go take a look at that. Under the clamshell style bonnet, look at this, a very recessed 4-litre twin turboed engine, 503 brake horsepower, 685 newton meters of torque. This will go from 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds, and you feel every millisecond of that. It's a thrusting car that really wants to, well, it's an engine that gives and gives and gives. And you'll notice here, this airflow goes straight through right into the turbos here to cool them. It's a really, really well designed, well thought out car. Speaking of well designed and well thought out, let's take a look on the inside. Got aerodynamic door handles, they pick open, and look at this, as the door opens, it raises. So they're calling it swan wings, but what it does, if you come around here, gives you so much entry to get my big belly into a car. So looking around the inside here, obviously leather throughout, embossed, stitched seats that offer huge support, and also support that can be adjusted down here, so it will works on your thighs, works on your side, keep you in place for when you take those corners. The center console here, push button start, you've got reverse, neutral, park and drive, so very modern through here. Actually, some of the switchgear you may notice from some other German brand, but we will forgive that because it works so well. Digital screen up here, obviously, is the control infotainment system, really works very well, and also digital cluster up here for instrumentation. Very clear, very easy to look around and very easy to manage around. You can really adjust it to whatever suits. It's got park assist, it's got navigation, telephone, media. It's got all the stuff that you want in a modern car, because it is a modern car. It's just a really well designed cabin that everything is within reach all the way through. And there's actually roomy as well. So the tailgate, once I pop that up and show you, is class leading 380 litres. So actually enough for your cabin bags and stuff for probably a good weekend away. There you go. 380 litres, and this drops up, flips down. So plenty of room for your bags. Actually heaps of room actually. So plenty of room to take stuff away. But let's hear that engine roar and take it for a spin. I was lucky enough to be in Aston Martin head office in the UK when they gave me a sneak preview to the Vantage. It was very cloak and dagger. I wasn't allowed to tell anybody about it, but I managed to sit in it and just, I don't know, breathe in its wonderfulness. And now to be behind the wheel of it right now is very satisfying, to be honest. It's exactly how I thought it would be to drive. The cockpit feels comfortable, feels cozy even. Everything's within very, very close fingertipness. It's modern. There's push button start. There's there's 360 degree camera angles so that you can park the car without fear, which is actually quite handy because she's quite a big girl around the girth there. It's not a long car, about 4.5 meters, and but it's just the way that it's just so stoic on the ground. That soundtrack, especially when you move into Sport Plus or track mode, is tremendous. The 8-speed box, the ZF Auto box, is dual clutch, so it's always finding the right gear for you, and that's great, and giving away a little bit of snackle and crackle and pop even when you're downshifting. Beautiful. Wing mirrors are on sort of slight stalks, so they're not really close to the window, which you would normally have in normal cars, but I think that's because the rear arches are that much wider, and just gives you a chance to look out and see around. It's so well put together. The weight distribution, 50-50 with a slight, let's say it's 49 point something to 53 point something in favor of the rear, so there's a nice balance to it. The engine is responsive and fast. It's just a really, really well put together car. Just lovely. The speed it gets up to very, very quickly, and just the gear changing, so much fun. Comfort wise, you could go on a long drive with this car. It's comfortable. The seats are very, very body hugging, and I've got a lot of body to hug. Infotainment and all switch gear, very nice. Even got the auto on off stop, which or stop start, which I really need to switch off each time. Just a really great all round, all singing, all dancing Vantage. Lovely. So there you have it, the Aston Martin Vantage Coupe. It's a Grand Tourer, a sports car. It's a family favourite. Well, particularly because you don't have to put the family in. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. There's going to be more this year, and hopefully more of these. Thanks.